Welcome to Boys and the Berg, the podcast all about Pittsburgh. These boys that you're looking at right here. And may God rest in peace, Kings and Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
And Pittsburgh Times. There was another one that went down too. Craziness.
May they be blessed with the field that the priest blessed with holy water.
Outstanding. Max Maxwell. Father Max Maxwell.
I'm Chris Speranza.
I'm JJ Speranza. And Chris, I got a feeling.
And then I was going to end with, amen.
Do you know what my feeling is, Chris?
Okay, what is your feeling?
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl.
There we go. The guy wrote a new song. He wrote a new song for us.
It's so good. I love it.
I didn't listen to the new song, if I'm being honest. It's just, the guy just is not a singer. It's just like, here we go. Give it to Warren to run the football. Like this.
Do you remember a couple years ago there was that phenomena, but it was Palalamu?
Yeah, I remember that. So when I worked in the Strip District, today's episode is about the Pittsburgh Steelers football game. That is the most insane football game we've ever seen in our lives. And a quick recap of the 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers football season. So when I worked in the Strip District, we would sell a Pittsburgh CD. Like a Pittsburgh Steelers CD that had like the music that guy did, like Black and Yellow, Palalamu, and then just a bunch of just random songs. Like one that was like in New York, but it was like in Pittsburgh.
You can always go downtown. That's my favorite one.
No, they didn't have that song on there. That's very surprising, actually.
That was I think it was WDVE or something like that. Someone rewrote downtown to downtown, and it was all Pittsburgh stuff. It was amazing.
Awesome. So, okay, now I think we should, 2 minutes into the episode, I think we should start off by, do you want to talk about the season first, or do you want to talk about the ultimate game?
I think you should tell them where they should find us first.
They should find us. Sorry, we just got back from winter break, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. Welcome back, guys.
You should find us on,
and girls.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and where you can listen to us. You give us a 5-star review, click that subscribe button, all the stuff YouTubers would say, and give us a 5-star review. And also, we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And TikTok followers are past 100. Yay!
That's awesome.
Must grow. Yum, yum, yum. Feed me more. But real quick, before we get started, what jerseys do we have on today?
Well, my wife and I got each other the same exact jersey for Christmas this year. It is the number 90 TJ Watt jersey. My lungs started to hurt a little bit when I put it on, but it still fits really well.
I was going to say, you are one lung, and Katie, your wife, is the other lung.
And together, we don't work unless we breathe together.
So I ended up wearing, I have not bought a new football jersey in years. So this one was bought in Ross, and it is a throwback Bumblebee Mike Wallace jersey.
Mike Wallace. So I wanted to ask you, if you could pick any Steeler to have a jersey of, who would you pick, and what jersey would it be?
You know what? It was very generic back then, but now I kind of am nostalgic for it. Either like a Hines Ward or Ben Roethlisberger jersey. It sounds generic, but now I'm just like, you would find those in Goodwill stores, but now I would kill to have one.
Ironically, my favorite is a white Casey Hampton jersey, and you got that for me years ago. I still have it in my closet, so I'm a happy man.
Is it still in good shape?
It is, because I make sure they're clean. That's all I got to say.
So I want to start off by talking about the season, how I put on TikTok that I predicted the Steelers would be 11-5. I was one fixed Browns game away from making that prediction happen.
If Myles Garrett wasn't such a scary man, we probably would have won that game.
And if the NFL didn't want to sell tickets to the Steelers Ravens Sunday night football game because
Which
no other games were at stake.
mind blown that game. Holy, we're gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, that was a very good call on your 11-5 season. How do you think the season went overall?
Ah, I feel 9-8.
Same here.
I feel I feel like we're a good team, but we just don't feel great. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're gonna beat the Texans, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere past that.
I think we're a very good middle of the road team. If not, maybe a little bit further ahead. Like I was going over the numbers for the entire season, and it was like we did good, but the other teams we played just did slightly better. So somehow we came off with a bunch of wins. The stats are pretty crazy on how that season went.
I will say that Aaron Rodgers is by far the best quarterback to come in since Ben Roethlisberger's retirement,
I agree with
and
that.
the whole season, you know, I think Aaron Rodgers got better as the season was coming closer to an end.
I'm with you on that. And it seems like they were really having fun toward the end of the season. Like they were good in the beginning, but after the games are over, they're just like hanging out. They're praying in the middle of the field. They're all like goofing around. It's really great to see them having fun again.
And in the words of what that commentator said to Chris Collinsworth, he might come back next season because he's having fun.
And he's a nice guy.
The, the, he is not a nice guy. Here's one thing I like about Aaron Rodgers is the fact that when Ben Roethlisberger would make a mistake, he would just go to the sidelines, and you would wish that he would just get, angry or pissed off or something. And Aaron Rodgers is visibly pissed off all the time, and it's fantastic.
Until the end of the game, whenever he's like smiling. Oh, well, if we win, they're all smiling and having a good time.
Yeah. So overall, Aaron Rodgers, fantastic quarterback for the Steelers in this situation. Is a good temporary solution until the Steelers pick a quarterback in the draft or Will Howard decides to not be injured and step up. But that's really all that's happening right now.
Yeah, Rudolph is a good backup no matter what. I agree with that 100%. I feel that 100%. I did want to ask you, out of 498 passes this year that Aaron Rodgers made or attempted, how many do you think were caught?
You said how many passes were thrown?
498.
I'm usually pretty good at these guessing games. I think it's definitely. Ooh, I'm gonna say 370.
Ooh, you got close. 327.
Because I didn't want to say 400 because I'm like, there's no way 90 passes were incomplete only. Because he has a big, he has a high quarterback rating. Like, he is, stop it. He is really good at, getting the ball out. And even if it's a check down or something like that, he's still getting the ball out.
He is. He's really doing a great job all season. He's been doing a great job with that. He threw for 3,322 yards. So, that's a pretty good season right there.
How many touchdown passes did he throw?
How many do you think?
I'm gonna say not record setting, but I'm gonna say 32.
24. This is all according to ESPN.
Okay, 24. I mean, it's better than Kenny Pickett's season of 8 touchdown passes and 10 interceptions. I guess that's way better than that.
I mean, he threw 7 interceptions compared to 24 touchdowns, which is, I think, pretty good. And he took 29 sacks this year.
Yeah. Do you find it weird that the Steelers' offensive line was way better after Broderick Jones got injured?
I am a firm believer that Broderick Jones should have never been in there in the first place. And I get that he's 7'10", 1,400 pounds, and a gorilla couldn't fight him. But the dude, not good. And the guy they put in is incredible. That I didn't write his
Cook.
name down.
Did you hear me? Cook.
What was it? Cook? Cook was great. He did a great job defending that side.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one that was up against Myles Garrett the entire game, but, you know, does anyone else have a Myles Garrett on their team in the playoffs? Not that I know of.
I mean, so as far as sacks go, who do you think was the sack leader for the Steelers this year?
I'm gonna say Highsmith.
Our boy from Wilmington, North Carolina, Highsmith.
Yeah, that was uh, he felt like he had a great season. So Highsmith was definitely number one sack leader. But my goodness, can we talk about the ageless Cam Hayward?
He had 3.5. Oh, wait. First off, Highsmith had 9.5 sacks. Hayward had 3.5, but he's been going crazy this year in all the best ways.
Our team is so good at takeaways and just batting down passes and everything. Probably uh, the best defensive line we've had in a pretty long time. And even though Zay Flowers got past our secondary 2 times on the same play during that game, our secondary is not bad either.
Chris Collinsworth screaming, "It's the same play!" before it even happens, like, broke my heart. I was like, shut up, Chris.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about that game because I have stuff I want to say too. Uh, but yeah, the season overall, I think was really well. Oh, we're on camera now. You know that, right?
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I do. And that was really bothering me. I have a little chair that I found from the dumpster here. So I cleaned it up and put it here. But every time I like fart or breathe, it goes, "Er-ee, er-ee, er-ee." So I pulled my ottoman over so I can actually talk to you guys without being distracted.
Oh my god. Uh, that's funny. If you guys aren't watching us on YouTube or Spotify, you need to watch it for this stupid stuff that happens.
But speaking of that, if anyone knows how to get rid of a stinking mattress, let us know because we've had this stupid mattress behind me for the past like 6 months.
Decorate it. Put some Steelers stuff on it. Put a Steelers bed sheet on it.
I'm gonna decorate it by sneaking it to the garbage dump some way.
You just painted the same color as the dumpster, and someone's like, "Wait a minute."
Like some kind of like Scooby Doo cartoon.
Oh my god. So, speaking of Cam Hayward, so you're not from Pittsburgh anymore, so you don't get the Pittsburgh commercials.
I'm
So,
hold on. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I have my brother-in-law's DirecTV, so I get the Pittsburgh commercials during Steeler games. Continue.
oh, okay. Are you sure? Because this next thing I'm about to talk about is very important, and it's about the Hayward brothers.
Where they're shopping?
Hey Hayward, can you get some French fries? Hey Hayward, can you get chicken tenders? Hey Hayward, hey Hayward.
Why does it look like Cam's? I forget what's Cam's brother's name. What's the younger brother name?
Little brother Hayward. I don't know.
I always feel like little brother Hayward in real life and in the commercial is just like I can't with this guy.
So yeah, that commercial. I have never seen a Cohen in Pittsburgh that looks that good. The Cohen I know in Pittsburgh that's near me is in Manor, Pennsylvania, and it doesn't even have a kitchen.
Manor has a Cohen?
Yeah, it was the one that's like at the corner of the street, and it used to be a Sitco, and Sitco is now gone, and it's now Cohen, and they haven't done anything to it.
Oh man, that's the Sitco we used to walk down to all the time and get sandwiches and hoagies.
I know. I got to find out what Cam Hayward's little brother's name is. So you do get the commercial. Hey Hayward.
I do. It's funny because I get that commercial, and then if I'm watching it on my phone, I get the Wilmington commercials where Highsmith does a jewelry commercial for a local jeweler down here.
Connor Hayward.
Oh, thank you. My God, Connor Haywood.
We're
Hayward.
sorry, Connor. And if you have anything to say to me, just call your mother and say that I've been picking on you, just like in the commercial.
Or come on the podcast and talk to us.
And the whole podcast episode will just be us being, "Hey Hayward, hey Hayward, hey Hayward."
Have you seen the tires episode with Shane Gillis where JJ Watt goes on there?
JJ Wah.
JJ Watt. What are you doing here? They don't sell Kleenexes at tire stores.
I saw that he was really good in that.
JJ Watt's hilarious. I think he's a really great broadcaster too. I love when we have him for the CBS games.
Yeah, I'll tell you who I've actually strangely been enjoying is Tony Romo.
He's been he's been good, but I forget which game it was, but they were showing like a penalty that was thrown, and Tony was like, "Oh, and there's the like live on the air."
I did see that. But he knows what's coming before it even happens. I don't know why. I know people like to crap on every commentator on earth. There's not one good commentator. The guy that was commentating with Chris Collinsworth, he got me excited the entire game.
Mike Tirico.
So, yeah, Mike Tirico, he got me excited the entire game. I thought he did excellent.
He was so excited every time something happened, and Chris Collinsworth just was like, "Whoa!" I actually enjoyed the commentating that night. It was fun.
All right. It sounds like we're about to talk about the football game, but real quick, who's your offensive MVP of 2025? And there's a clear answer to this.
Man, okay, before I say that, Gainwell and Metcalf, I feel like, are tied for MVP. I know
Yeah.
that Aaron Rodgers is like quarterback, so he's going to be number one no matter what because he pretty much runs that offense. Gainwell had 114 carries for 537 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. And then he caught 73 out of 85 passes for 486 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's nuts.
That's
For
unheard of.
for a running back. Like, that's crazy. And you remember when Ben Roethlisberger retired and Mitch Trubisky like played the first game, and you're just like, man, our team really sucks without Ben Roethlisberger.
Mhm.
That's how I felt watching the Steelers without DK Metcalf the last 2 weeks.
I mean, the first half of the most recent game against the Ravens, we stunk in the first half. That was a bad first half.
I almost turned it off. Almost is the key word.
I
It came
did. I went to bed at midnight. I'm sorry. I went to bed at halftime.
it came this close to turning it off, and I was just like, it's a long game. Like, as soon as the Ravens ran it down the field, I was just like, it's over. It's done. But remember our theory we talked about. That's why I didn't stop watching, because I was like, our theory where you saw the wild card tickets already on sale at Heinz Field, and I kept seeing NFL playoff commercials without the Ravens in it, and I was just like, just wait. It's gonna come towards the Steelers' direction.
I just saw something with AI. It messed up, I think, but it showed like a playoff game in 2026, Jaguars and Steelers. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see we'll see if AI is just playing games with us.
Yeah, Jaguars are scary too. They win their games like 45-3.
I did want to mention too, though, as far as MVP goes, Metcalf caught 59 out of 99 passes. He had 850 yards and 6 touchdowns. His yards after carry, so yards after he catches the ball, is 414 yards out of that 850 yards. That's
I
that's crazy.
I still think Kenneth Gainwell's the MVP, but it is a
Yes.
pretty close tie.
I had Warren on my fantasy team, so I had a little soft spot for Warren, but Gainwell did incredible this year.
And defensive player of the year, I would say probably Highsmith.
Highsmith, last year Highsmith was okay. This year he was incredible. He was so good this year.
Yeah, Highsmith was definitely in the top of the rankings there. And then I have to just say, the Steelers have a special teams player that's going to the Pro Bowl.
Who is it?
Stanosky or something. I don't know how to say his name.
Skoranek?
Skoranek. Yep, that's it. Skoranek.
Oh, that dude's awesome. So, do you remember
Skoranek.
the one, I forget which game it was, but DK Metcalf took, I forget what role it is, but it was a punt return. He was one of the punt people like to run out and do the blocking, but he like took 2 of the guys off, like blocked 2 of the guys out and took them out of the game because, like, not out of the game, but out of the play. And Skoranek did the same thing with 2 guys. He's incredible.
Skoranek takes over as special teams player of the year over Chris Boswell by a long mile this year.
or at least by this much of a missed field goal.
By this much. Did you see that football? It was like it looked like a spiral pass when it was going past the goalpost.
I mean, it was a good hold and everything. I don't know, and we're talking about the extra point after the Steelers scored
Yes.
the other night, and that was I don't know how he missed that.
So the script writers can make it more interesting.
I think he missed that so that the rookie kicker for the Ravens had more pressure put on him, where if he missed, that was it.
Listen, we could talk theories all day, but my theory is probably that. That's probably the most accurate thing I can think of.
I don't know if it was intended, but that's how it turned out.
Yeah. So I got a couple of notes from the game, but if you want to wrap up on the 2025 season, I mean, I think I kind of hit my points.
Yeah, who had the best hurdle, Warren or Darnell Washington?
Darnell Washington. The stuff that man does shouldn't happen. And is he out for the season or is he coming back?
He broke his arm or something.
Damn. Aaron Rodgers loved throwing it to him. That's why the team looked terrible because he was trying to throw it to Vasquez Scallington, and I don't know how to say his name, and it just
Jack
wasn't the
Skellington.
same. And it wasn't the same magic. And then Calvin Austin, I think he didn't do too bad. That was good.
He needs to get more reps because every time he gets the ball, he gets a touchdown.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's some hope for the playoffs. I think who's the other guy? Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith, yes, he's a great tight end, and I really think Adam Thielen is starting to become a real threat for us.
Yeah. And this, I feel like this is the closest we're going to get to a Super Bowl team for quite some time because we have very hungry veterans on the team that are like, this is our last chance. It's pretty much like Aaron Rodgers' last chance, Adam Thielen's last chance. I also forgot how many people on our team already won a Super Bowl, like Jalen Ramsey and
Gainwell.
say his name, Gainwell, Kenneth Gainwell. Like they already have a Super Bowl win. So, as Aaron Rodgers said, we just have a team of misfits. They just, they just need to gel together, and we'll see what happens.
And honestly, that describes Pittsburgh as a whole. Just a bunch of misfits from all over the world that came together and made a city. And let's do it with the same, get all these misfits together around the country and make this team work.
That's right. So, anything else you want to talk about the season?
I just wanted to ask what your favorite game was, but I think we know which one it is.
Oh, it's easily this Ravens game. This Ravens game blew every other game out the window.
I was listening to 97 or the fan radio because I have it on the Odyssey app. They were talking about if the Steelers lose against the Texans or whoever moving forward, is this game still going to be considered one of the best games like in Pittsburgh history? What do you think about that?
Oh, it's really crazy because the best games in Pittsburgh have been against the Ravens in Pittsburgh. So it's just there's so many good games. The interception Palomalu had that ran it back so we could go to the Super Bowl. The immaculate stretch touchdown by Antonio Brown.
The helmet catch by Antonio Brown?
The helmet catch, yeah. I don't know, but I think the final 8 minutes kind of tops a lot of it because it was the most back and forth, just shenanigans.
Just defenses throwing their hands up and going, I don't know. You guys figure it out.
So just talking about this game, is this your favorite Steelers game, or do you have a favorite Steelers game yourself?
For this season, it was my favorite, only because it was so exciting. And I know I fell asleep. Excuse me. I know I fell asleep at halftime, but I guarantee you, I've probably watched every second of that second half through replays over the past couple of days.
Yeah, I was at Permane Brothers, and they were showing the highlights of the game on NFL Network. That's where I got most of my notes from, actually.
Is it on a bar napkin?
No, 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 no. It's on my notes app. It's on my notes app. I'm
Oh,
classy.
okay.
And, a bar napkin or the notes app, you know, what's the difference? If my aunt had private parts, she'd be my uncle.
Tomlinism of the year. Oh my god. What a dude.
I've never been so confused but understanding at the same time.
And they were like, I think that's it. Yep. They wrapped up right after that quote was made.
If my aunt had private parts, she'd be an uncle. Wow. I I don't know. How does someone just come up with that?
He didn't have to think about it. He just had that he had that in his gunslinger pocket. Ready. Just ready for it.
Yeah, man. So okay, so I got all my notes, the Hayward commercial out of the way. So Hayward, hey Hayward, we got my prediction. The Steelers went 11-5. So ha to you haters, even though I was wrong, but still ha.
We were so Chuck, our buddy Chuck reached out to me. He was on the podcast a couple episodes ago. He texted me and said, I saved the predictions that you and Chris had at the beginning of the season for how you thought the Steelers were going to do. And you guys were absolutely wrong on most of the most of what you thought.
Okay, we. I thought the Steelers were gonna beat like bigger teams like the Bills or something and lose to like the Lions. It was the opposite. We lost to the Bills and we beat the Lions. So
You beat the
we were
Dolphins.
wrong. Yeah, but yeah, you know, shit happens, I guess. It still had the record okay. The record was still okay. Shut up, you haters.
You know what? I do want to throw this out there. It was cool to see them in Ireland this year. That was a cool play or a cool
That
game.
that was very cool. The environment in Pittsburgh was incredible because like bars were open at like 8 a.m. and having breakfast buffets and everything. That was a pretty fun environment to be around.
God, I freaking love Pittsburgh. What a city.
Okay, so the Steelers football game against the Ravens. In a nutshell, the last 8 minutes was the most important part. So what did we have? We had the Ravens got a touchdown. The Steelers did the brotherly tush push. Which do you like that play?
When it works, yeah. That last play they did with Cam Hayward pushing his brother, was Aaron Rodgers in that one standing behind them, or was it all of them just pushing?
Nah, I think Aaron Rodgers was just chilling there.
Oh, darn. They need to get him out of there because if you know it's coming, then don't put him in. Get an extra guy to help push. And I think they just need to do that more often.
Yeah. And then Kenneth Gainwell got a touchdown. I'm sorry if I'm not saying these in order, but this is how I just remember it. I just remember you're right. Zay Flowers. What happened? You're my football guy. I don't know what happened. It looked like the Steelers fell for a play action fake both times, and Collinsworth lost his mind. Like, how? With the
Well,
best defense, one of the
it
best
was
defenses in the league.
It was an RPO on both of those plays, I believe. I believe it was an RPO, which is run pass option. So you have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Lamar could run it. Derrick Henry could run it, but on those two plays in particular, it caught the Steelers off guard. Flowers went off on a slant pattern, and he just caught him wide open because Ramsey was the one that was fooled.
He's still good, but just like, don't mess up that close to the end of the game.
I You can't turn around and see the guy 10 yards down the like toward the field. Oh my god. You can't mess up that bad and see the guy 10 yards down the field and go, "Oh crap. Oh well."
Yeah, it was just, those plays were disappointing, but, it still added to the drama of the game. So that was fun.
I've been
Nah,
stuttering a lot today for some reason, so I apologize ahead of time for that. I don't know
this is
what's
our
wrong with
first
me.
time back. This is our first time back in a while, so it's okay. Uh, then Aaron Rodgers throws it to Calvin Austin, which that guy slipped. Man,
Yeah, he did. He slept hard.
yeah, and good thing the field was wet, so that could happen. So the Calvin Austin play, the Boswell missed kick. Um, I know you know how the finished results went. Oh yeah, but, he got an interception. T.J. Watt.
Did you see him holding his side? Like literally holding his punctured lung and being like, "Oh man, this hurts." And then he got the interception and it was like he was like 100% all over again.
Yeah, and how about Aaron Rodgers landing on his bad wrist?
Oh, yeah, and then, like, staying down for an extra couple seconds.
Yeah. And then, so what do we have? We had that happen, Calvin Austin, missed extra point, and then this is where the most important stuff happens. Lamar Jackson just looks terrible. Like they get, oh, sorry, the kick return goes to the 40-yard line, which made me as a Steelers fan go, well, we tried.
Yep, me too.
And then and they got a 10-yard play, so they're at like the 50-yard line. Then first down, they mess up. Second down, they mess up. Third down, they mess up. It's 4th and 7. It's like, I feel confident at this point. I'm like, our defense got this. Like Lamar Jackson, we're his kryptonite. And then throws it to Likely. And for like to a point where, when Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and you were just like, nah, there's no way. Like, they're going to reverse something. Like, when Likely was in the air and caught the ball, like, he's full stretched. I'm like, no, no way. The defender knocked it out of his hand. Nope. That was a clean ass catch.
That was if it was thrown anywhere else to anybody else, that wouldn't have been caught. Like, it had to be Likely with those hands in that placement in that moment, and I couldn't believe it either. I was watching the highlights just shocked. I knew how the game turned out, and I was sweating, you know?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. DeAndre Hopkins messing up in the one play where Lamar wanted him to go downfield,
That's right.
and DeAndre Hopkins was taken out immediately.
Hopkins has fallen from grace pretty hard, hasn't he?
Yeah. But hey, it's the life of the NFL. You know what I mean?
It's true. That's true. So, okay, there was one highlight I didn't see, and that was I think there was like 9 seconds left or maybe 10 seconds left. Did the Ravens take a knee and then call a timeout?
Yes.
Wow. You have the number 1
No,
running back in the NFL and you take a knee?
no. He was taking a knee because it was gonna be like a 44-yard field goal, and they were just trying to line it up. So, obviously they should have they should have stayed to the left side. But then they ended up centering it up and did it that way. Uh, Also, we tend to forget that Aaron Rodgers had helmet communication issues, which made him burn not all three timeouts, but 2 out of the 3 timeouts. uh,
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just bad.
But he did run a no huddle really well. That 2-minute drill is insane that he runs. Like, if they do that for the rest of the playoffs, they're gonna win the friggin' Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him like 2-minute Aaron because he only does good. He blows up like in the last 2 minutes of each half. That's like when he goes crazy.
You know who else used to do that? Ben Roethlisberger.
Check down, check down.
Check down. Have you watched any of the new Gridiron Heights now that the playoff picture is in play?
I did, but I forget how it goes.
Nah, don't worry about that then. If you guys haven't out there in the world, watch Gridiron Heights. It is incredibly funny. It's like a cartoon of like the current events of the NFL.
Now, I know the big thing you think I'm going to talk about is Loop missing the field goal for the Baltimore Ravens to send the Steelers to the playoffs and the first AFC North title since 2020. But I want to talk about for a second when the broadcast talked about Cam Hayward and relating him to a frog and doing the frog stance.
What the heck? Are you serious?
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see that.
So they were, how like usually during the games there's just like terrible graphics and everything of just like stuff. They were just like Chris Collinsworth had this one. He was just like Cam Hayward reminds me of a frog, and they just show like a frog and just like noises in the background like ribbit ribbit.
That is incredible. Oh my god, the graphics have been really like weird this year. Wasn't there one with like the Steelers or no, it was the Bills and the Patriots, and they kept unplugging and plugging in like their lights on their houses for Christmas for like the playoff picture. It was so weird.
The graphics team. Now we can't talk about the graphics team and say they're weird. The Steelers social media team decides to just do as much brain rot as possible and just make you question if you should still follow them or not.
I absolutely love the brain rot. I like when it said crane rot the one time, and it was just a bunch of cranes going around, and they were like, "Where do they go? Where do they come from?"
So yeah, we can't complain about the graphics team when our social media team for the Steelers just does whatever they want.
Dude, okay, last point on that one. There was the brain rot one for the Lions, and there was the guy going, "Why you always lying?" I was dead. Oh my god.
You sent me the one where they beat the Browns and they're just like, we just got that dog. Dog, 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 dog.
How about what was it when we beat the Bengals? And it was like I was going to the wind chamber whenever I saw Larry, and it's just this real ugly cat. Oh my god!
Okay, maybe we love the Steelers social media. Never mind. I changed my mind.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that you enjoy this stupidness of it. It's incredible.
So okay. Anywho, the end of the Steelers game. I've rewatched it over and over again through Polly Market's TikTok page of just like talking about it. Do you know what they are?
No, what's that?
I don't know. They just have some AI guy talking, and he's just like, "Holy crap! Did you watch this game?" And then he just says funny stuff the entire time.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I watched that. Not as many videos from our favorite guy as of recently. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that's just like, that plays the clips in between the plays, where it's just like, I think I
Oh,
dropped my hot
Hydrocam.
pocket. Yeah, I haven't seen much of him this season.
They made one for that game.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, William Knifeman.
Oh, oh! I guess my algorithm is not on with him, so I just gotta go to his TikTok page and just watch him.
I made a switch in my social media life. I deleted Facebook. I still have it. I just deleted it off my phone, and now I have Instagram instead, so I can watch funny videos instead of getting depressed with social events or current events.
Yeah, current events indeed. Instagram, I feel like is a good platform because it's kind of like an all-in-one kind of deal.
It is, and I like that. Like, I can if I just wanna watch silly videos, I can sit there and watch silly videos, where on Facebook, it's like, "Oh, man, I gotta see all this social justice crap. I don't wanna see this. I wanna see, like, football plays happen."
You could use the Facebook of Instagram, which is Threads.
That's okay. I don't want another app on my phone. I still have iFunny, so I'm good.
Yeah, I still have iFunny too because you refuse to get TikTok and let the Chinese follow you.
No. TikTok. Oh yeah, that's right. Russians own iFunny. That's right.
Oh, perfect, perfect, JJ.
Every once in a while, you'll get like a video of like Putin being cool to animals, and it's like, okay, Putin likes animals. What?
Hey, JJ, you know what I say to that? TikTok, iFunny. If my aunt had private parts, she'd be my uncle.
I'm so shocked that there hasn't been people mad about that statement. Like the whole city was just like, "That's Tomlin."
It's just Tomlin. It's just what he
Shrug their
said.
shoulders. It's like whenever your like racist uncle says something, it's like, well, that's him.
That's it. And then like they're playing on like 96.1, like Kiss FM, and everyone's just like Mikey and Big Bob. They're just like, yeah, that's freaking hilarious.
I saw that clip. It just came up on my phone. That was those two are still hilarious when it comes to Steelers stuff.
So you only watch the highlights. I don't know how to finish this episode, so I'm gonna figure it out as I go.
Let me
What was okay?
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No. Where are you going with that? I'd like to know.
Okay, what was the point that you slightly had hope for the Steelers, minus the missed field goal? And what was the point you lost absolute all hope for the Steelers?
Well, now, admittedly, Sorry, my cat was Marshmallow was meowing, wanting to come in. What do you think, Marshmallow? Guys, say hi to Marsh as she tries to go for my throat. sh- the point where I gave up was that halftime play right before halftime where they went to do that weird like hand it off to the fullback, but then shove it back to Gainwell, and he got stopped for that touchdown. I was like, "That's it. I'm done. I can't watch any more of this," and I went to bed.
Do you agree that they went for that? I agree. I think I agree that they went for it.
Oh, they totally needed to go for that. They just needed to do a different play.
Yeah, but and they could do so many variations with the I don't know what they call it again, the Spartan formation or whatever. They could
Oh
do so
yeah,
many they could do so many different variations with it. Like even like I don't know, give it to Aaron Rodgers. like, uh, like no one will see that coming. Remember when Peyton Manning did a total play action fake and then just ran into the end zone?
I do remember that, and he was so alone. There was no one even near him. He walked into the end zone. I don't know if the Steelers had the fortitude to pull that off, though.
Yeah. I think I lost hope. It's going to be very late in the game. Uh, And not even the Zay Flowers touchdowns made me lose hope. What made me lose hope was that pass to Likely on 4th and 7.
Was it that or was it the kickoff return? Which one of those had you more destitute?
Um, it was the 4th and 7 pass. The kickoff return was just like I don't know. I think if Patrick Mahomes was their quarterback in that very moment, I think he could have scored 2 touchdowns.
It's very
But
Mahomey.
yeah, very Mahomey of him. But but the Ravens, I don't know why the Steelers always have a hand up on them, but they just do. Like they stop Derrick Henry, and then the Ravens just panic. They're like, "Well, I guess I'll just die then."
Honestly, Henry ran for 124 yards.
What?
He ran for over 100 yards.
No way. It didn't feel like it.
I want to say he did that. He ran like what 250 yards against the Packers the week before.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't believe your story. Let me double check that.
While you look that up, I will say that while I was watching the replays, I did not think the Steelers. I did not think that we were going to make that catch in the end zone with Austin. I did not know. I didn't think that was ever going to happen, and the fact that he made that throw and he made that catch was incredible.
I mean, you got to lose all hope for like our passing sometimes because you're just like, especially when we didn't have DK Metcalf because Aaron Rodgers is really good at throwing like to the back shoulder, and apparently all the players on the team have no sense ability of catching it on their back shoulder.
No, except for Austin, who didn't. He barely got any pass attempts whenever they played the Lions.
Okay, here we are.
You see that cat
Damn, you're
now?
right. 126 yards. He did have a long of 41. 20 carries, so average 6.3, but that 41 yard that has to add to that average.
Dude, that's nuts. 124 yards? Like, come on, man. That's not good.
And stopped him all but it felt like we stopped him all game. I don't know.
We stopped them when it counted. I think that's the big thing. And then they gave up. For some reason, John Harbaugh, rest in peace to John Harbaugh's career now that he's not with the Ravens anymore, he beats himself. He will make play calls like pulling out Henry and being like, well, Henry did enough. Let's start passing the ball. Henry's hot. He's hot right now. Why would you not run him? It's like pulling out what's his face if you're the Seahawks playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm talking about?
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, it's like pulling out Marshawn Lynch to on the 1 yard line. Come on, guys.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't care. Steelers are in the playoffs. That's all that matters to me.
You know, that's a good place to end. Let's talk about what do you think's going to happen on Monday?
So I made my work fill out brackets. I don't think anyone wanted to, but I made them do it. And I have the Steelers beating the Texans, and um, I think I have Patriots and Broncos on the other side
Ooh,
because No, I don't. I have Broncos versus the Bills and Steelers versus Patriots. That's what it is, because the Bills are number 6. And I have the Bills surprisingly beating the Broncos and the Steelers losing to the Patriots. I don't know what my NFC side looks like. I'll just tell you what I kind of have. I have um, I have Seahawks and Bills in the Super Bowl.
There's always the chance that the Panthers go to the Super Bowl.
There's no chance in hell that the Panthers are getting past the first round.
They beat the Rams a couple weeks ago. You never know.
Oh, okay there. So I have the Bills and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, but I have the Seahawks winning.
Oh, okay, I could see that. Seahawks are
The
incredible this year.
the Bills' bad luck has to continue in the Super Bowl.
We'll see, since there's no Patrick Mahomes there to knock them out this year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Super Bowl, which doesn't have Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. It just has or Joe Burrow. So, when the pressure's on in the Super Bowl, what's going to happen?
I'm interested to see if I don't know the 49ers. I feel like they could go pretty far if they stay healthy. But remember, was it last year they were down to Christian McCaffrey was their quarterback?
Yeah, they have a trouble of getting injured all the time.
Unfortunately. But hopefully the Steelers go far, though. I really hope. I think they're going to beat the Texans. I think they will end up playing the Jaguars or Patriots, as you just said. I don't know if we'll win those games or not, but I really hope we do.
Who do you have? Who would you want to go to the Super Bowl? If I read you off some teams real quick, you can take a guess. Does that work out?
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to give you a
Um,
percentage, what percent they have?
no. So
Okay.
okay, I'm just gonna throw out the teams for the NFC because we're at 46 minutes. Rams, Panthers, Packers, Bears, 49ers, Eagles, and that's the wild card. And what the heck's their number 1 seed? The Seahawks. Or you got Bills, Jaguars, Chargers, Patriots, Texans, Steelers, or the Broncos.
Man, what I want in my heart of hearts, is Panthers versus Steelers. I know it's not going to happen because they're both great teams. I love them both, but they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. I could see the Seahawks being on the NFC side because I don't know if any other team can beat the Seahawks in that type of setting. Uh, if the Steelers don't win, I could see either the Texans because their defense is incredible and their offense is starting to get hot, or the Bills because I personally think Josh Allen deserves a Super Bowl, or at least to go to the Super Bowl once.
I think, did Lamar Jackson ever go to the Super Bowl or no?
I don't think he did. No, I know Joe Burrow did. Did the Lions win didn't they?
Nope, they did not go. I feel like Lamar Jackson needs at least 1 Super Bowl. I think he's gonna. I think if he leaves the Ravens, whatever team he goes to next is going to the Super Bowl.
I've heard Falcons.
It could happen.
You never know, dude. If they keep what's his face in the backfield, Bijan Robinson, and they have Lamar Jackson down there, who knows?
Yeah. So, okay. Well, those are our predictions for the Super Bowl. Let's go Steelers. We want them to keep winning. Let that priest bless the field one more time for the love of God. What's that priest's name?
Max Maxwell.
Max Maxwell. The man's so nice they named him twice from that first name. Well, JJ, before I sign off, I guess I just got to say it one more time. If my aunt had private parts, then she'd be my
Boys in the Berg.
yeah. I didn't see that coming. So, all right, I've been Chris,
I've been JJ.
and we'll see Yins real soon.